Good morning.
Good morning.
So I have Guadalupe Guerrero on docket today. I wanted to talk to you about his bond. He picked up a VPO. So I just wanted to see if you were going to revoke his bond. He has no bond in felony and I have no arguments.
Is he in custody?
Yes, sir.
BDR as well, Judge.
Oh, he picked up a felony DPO.
And one for us. I don't have any arguments, Judge.
Not Mr. Guerrero, please. Yeah. Lupe. I don't even know what happened, so let's figure it out. I mean, all I know is that this is a third VPO. You know?
Correct. The state has made an offer. He wants to think about it. If we can get a reset until after his felony court date, which is next month, I believe, April 23rd. And then on our next setting, he'll let us know.
What did you offer?
I'm
Or
Sebastian.
is this,
Sebastian offered a tentative offer of maybe 90 days. He didn't put it in yet, though.
okay. It'd be interesting to see. Is there an offer upstairs too? Do you know?
Let me check.
I mean, it's a new case. It's like,
It's brand new.
I can't imagine there is. It was filed,
Mhm.
5 days ago. So
Yeah.
No offer on the cases upstairs.
Oh, no, they voted on it. All right, I will just.
I mean, theoretically, we could have a hearing to hold him at no bond. You know?
I leave it to the court. He has no bond upstairs, regardless, he's going to be here.
You need translating?
No, he speaks good.
Good morning, Mr. Guerrero. With us, you have picked up a terroristic threat in January of this year. A month later, you pick up a violation of protective order. It's now come to my attention that you've picked up yet another violation of protective order. I have no idea what happened in that new case. We're going to find out. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. The felony.
The felony? Okay, yes, Judge. On February 28th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a suspicious persons call at a residence in Harris County, Texas. On scene, the officer observed the defendant across the street from the complainant's house. The complainant advised that she made multiple reports on the defendant, and on January 28th, 2025, the defendant was ordered not to go within 200 feet of the complainant's residence as a part of a MOA. The defendant was at her residence on February 27th, 2025, and stayed about 20 minutes and knocked on a window. On February 28th, 2025, the defendant returned and the complainant observed the defendant sitting on her porch.
So the newest one is from the 28th, just gets filed in March.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we know of any threats or anything like that happen?
No threats are alleged. We've made 2 attempts to reach out to the complainant since the incident and she hasn't answered yet.
We have court orders for a reason, We don't like to just put people in jail willy-nilly for just for shies and giggles. And I get that you have nowhere else to go, but a court order is a court order. If you ever have any issues, come back, talk to us. Perhaps we can work something out, but you just can't do stuff on your own. It's not the worst, right? So what I'll do is I'm just going to raise the terrorist threat by $1. Okay. I'm not going to give you a bond reduction yet on the new case. So I've on the VPO, the violation case that you have with us, the bond is set at $25,000. On the terroristic threat, your bond is set at $2,500. You have a PR bond on that case. I'm going to yank the PR bond because we can't just continue to do this. I'm only going to raise it up by $1, but I don't know if you're going to get out. But how do we get your attention, Mr. Guerrero? What do we do? No means no. So I am now going to place a leg monitor on you. If you get released, I'm putting a monitor on you and I'm giving you a 1,000 feet radius that you're not to go where she lives. or where she works. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you're going to get out because you're being held at no bond on felony because, but if you do, just don't go back. That's all we're asking you to do. Okay, so
We're gonna get a reset into after the felony so he can think about it, the offer and see what's happening there. And then
okay, so the felony's set for
April
April
23rd,
23rd. Do you want to do the day after?
Yeah.
Okay,
the day after.
I'm sorry, but we just come back. We can find you a place to stay, Mr. Guerrero. Doesn't have to be like this. Really. All right. Good luck, friend. So I need him to sign conditions, so
Okay.
before he takes off.
Okay.
So,
I'll need a.
yeah, so Felicia, so GPS prior to release, no weapons, no going within 1,000 feet of lives, works, and then prior to release.
Yes,
And then, so 2501
Yeah.
Please. on the terroristic threat. Guerrero. Hi, good morning. Good morning, Mr. West. Mr. West, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail, credit for the 9 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
And there's also a criminal mischief charge he's pleading.
Oh, I see that too. It looks like the criminal mischief is going to be dismissed.
No, he's pleading to that as well.
Oh, he is. I don't have one.
I only got one, I didn't get enough.
Are they not filed?
Should be fine.
Sorry.
I didn't get it, I'm sorry, but let me say that one. I don't know the first one.
You are harder to get a hold of than the Pope. Why don't you come to court? When you come to court, good things happen, man. You
Yeah,
know?
it should have been, I'd be weighing gas and it should be hard for me to get up here.
Come on, man.
I'm not, that's the only reason.
When you come to court, good things happen. We have things that we can give you, cell phones, tablets, food, place to eat, place to sleep, whatever you want, we can give you. All you got to do is come to court. This is all the time. Come to court. From now on, it's now because of the two. Now you're facing a minimum 90 days in jail. Any new cases that you pick up, you go back to this place where this trespass was from. It's probably not going to go well for you. Do you understand? So on your mischief case, it's the same deal applies. It's 30 days in jail, credit for the 9 days that you've done. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You never take it off. Is this what you want to do, Mr. West? How do you plead to both cases? Guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
You're facing a year on the mischief and then 6 months on the other one. If you pick up any new cases, come to court. It's not hard. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so your lawyer is here now. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Excuse me. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On February 27th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to the 3800 block of Mason Road in reference to a suspicious vehicle call. The call notes advised there was an unknown female who was asleep behind the wheel of her vehicle, which was running at the time in a moving lane of travel. Upon arrival, the officers made contact with the defendant and observed her asleep in the driver's seat of the vehicle, and the officers removed the keys from the vehicle to prevent further damage. As the officer was doing this, the defendant woke up and attempted to put the vehicle in drive and leave the scene. The defendant was unsuccessful, and the officers also observed an open container behind the driver's seat and observed an odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. The defendant was detained and admitted to consuming alcohol prior to driving, stating she consumed alcohol 4 hours prior, then stating it was 2 hours. The defendant stated she was probably drinking tequila. The open container of the vehicle was a bottle of tequila, and the defendant was transported to the police station for standard field sobriety tests. HGN 3 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.118 and 0.115.
Are you telling me that she's drinking while driving or is there evidence of that?
That's any indication that.
Okay. Ms. Blackson, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? So does she have any prior DWIs? Number one. Number two, does she have a valid Texas driver license? Alex, please.
One moment, Your Honor. Her license is eligible and no priors.
Got it. Okay. Ma'am, so you can continue to drive, but you're not allowed to drive unless you have valid liability insurance as well. You must have car insurance to drive. Do you understand? Okay, now you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You do not have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel and they will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you've gone AWOL, you pick up a new case, you become a danger to our community, I will revoke your bond. You understand? Okay, I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions and after that, you're free to go. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Great to see you, Robert.
Okay.